Hello, hello, good morning. Good morning. Hey, you guys. So happy that you're here. Lean in with me, will you? Lean in. I want you to get in state because it could literally change your life if you let it. Today, I want to talk to you about attitude. In The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale says this about attitude. He says, right here, we come to a rather strange fact. We tend to minimize the things we can do, the goals we can accomplish, and for some equally strange reason, we think other people can do things that we cannot do. How often has that happened to you? How often? Think about it. How often has that come up for you? What happens to all of us at some point in life? And it happened to me years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Bob Proctor talks about how it happens to him. I remember watching Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, when we went to see him. I remember thinking this about my teachers growing up in school, that they had something that I didn't have. Bob talks about this with Bill Gove, who's a very prominent speaker, how he was always captivated by him, right? Just like most of the audience was with Bill Gove. And he studied him. He studied him and he studied himself for years. And he began to reap the benefits. And you might think of yourself even as quiet, shy, and introvert, that you couldn't possibly be like that teacher or be like that public figure, influencer. But know that you admire them for a reason. What if you looked at every single person that you admired, and instead of thinking that they have something that you don't, what if you actually said, damn, they're good. I could do that. What would it look like if I could do that? Think about what Earl Nightingale had said. Play it in your mind. Do you understand what they actually mean? Are you minimizing the things that you can do while looking at someone else and thinking only they could do it? Guess how you can change that? Decision. Decision. Decide to change your attitude. Make up your mind right here, right now, that you are going to learn how to do whatever it is that you want. Even if you have none of the capabilities in your mind right now, you are limitless. You can be, do, and have anything you want. So instead of looking at other people and thinking, oh, they're a rare breed, why don't you decide to not only that you are going to do what they're doing, maybe you decide that they're going to mentor you. What would that look like? It's like a double-edged sword. Earl Nightingale called attitude the magic word because it's like a double-edged sword. Attitude either brings us the success that we want, or if we misuse it, it will absolutely bring you a life full of disappointment. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. Sound familiar? And you would think that anything that packs that much power would be a subject that we would be teaching our kids at a very young age. And yet, if you stood out on a busy street right now and asked the next 10, 15 people you meet what attitude means, you'd probably get 10 different answers. They couldn't necessarily tell you. I remember being told as a teenager, change your attitude, change your attitude. But nobody actually told me what attitude was. I just knew if I was being hormonal and moody, I got told to change my attitude. But what does that actually mean? I don't know. I was never told. Attitude is a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Okay? In your conscious mind, this is where you control feeling. And your conscious mind actually dictates whether you feel positive or negative. But it's all by choice of your thoughts. If we look at my little stick person, it's thoughts in your conscious mind, feeling in your subconscious mind, and your body puts it into action. This is what attitude is. So whether you believe it or not, you have so much control over this because of where it begins. Attitude is a creative cycle that begins with your thoughts. And whether you believe it or not, you choose your thoughts. Nobody can choose your thoughts for you. Nobody. Agreed? Can we agree on that? Everybody's disagreeing on everything right now. We're going to agree on that, right? Nobody can make you choose your thoughts. You get to choose them. And that's the beginning of it all. That's where it begins. Okay? You choose your thoughts, and that choice is where your attitude originates. If you choose to be in that negative polarity, that's where your thoughts are. That's going to set up some feelings in you, and it's going to put you into action. And it's your actions that people recognize and they say, oh, she's got a bad attitude. Oh, she's got a really great attitude, right? We refer to the conscious awareness of this vibration, like as humans, we refer to it as feeling, right? We don't say, oh, I'm vibrating really high today. We say, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm pumped up, I'm enthusiastic, right? Or I'm in a low vibration, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm angry, right? These are just words that us humans use to describe our vibration. Your feelings are then expressed in actions or behaviors. And this is what gives you your results in life. Attitude and results are inseparable. Attitude and results follow one another like night follows day. Every single time. You look at your company that you work for, if you've worked for, I don't work for a company, I work for my own company. But when I did work for a company, you look at the people at the top and you say, God, they got really great attitudes. They don't have great attitudes because they're at the top. They're at the top because they have great attitudes. Your results are dictated by your attitude. One is the cause, the other is the effect. It's the result. If you think in negative terms, if you're a really negative person, that's the cause. You will get negative results, which is the effect. And the other way around, if you think in positive terms, you'll then get positive results. Make sense? Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said kind of the same point when he said a person is what they think about all day long. The results that you achieve in your life are not anything more than you expressing your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So if you take a really close look at your life and really look at the results that you are achieving in all different areas of your life, if you look closely enough, you'll be able to relate your attitude with your results. You'll see it, how it's so clear. Winning and losing are opposite sides of the same coin. And that coin is your attitude. But unlike just flipping a coin for luck, you get to choose, knowing that it starts with your thoughts. And there are many things going on in this world. Unfortunately, that's all some people are able to see is the negative. Those who view the world in this light, you are going to find them to be unhappy, cynical. Usually their life is going to be full of lack and limitation. And it's almost like they move from just one bad experience to another. I know people that are like this. I'm positive that you do too. It would appear as if they were born with this like streak of bad luck, and it's just followed them their entire life. These are your people that are really quick to blame circumstances, like outside circumstances, what they can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. They're quick to blame other people. It's never their fault, rather than accepting responsibility for their life and their attitude. You know people like this? They're also looking to everybody else for the answers. Everybody else has the answers except for them, because they want someone to blame if something goes wrong, right? There's always the blame. And then when you got the other end of the coin, you've got these people that are like winner, winner, chicken dinner all the time. Living life, living the good life. These are your like movers and shakers. And they seem to be getting just one success after success after success. They are in control of their life. They know where they are going. And they know that they will get there. Their wins, though, are a matter of choice. And the thing is you, regardless of where you're sitting right now, you can live that kind of life too. You just need to decide. Making that simple decision is the first step in what you need to do. You have to be able to think that you can. When you see someone who is living the life of their dreams, remember you have just as many talents and abilities and capabilities that they do. You can be, do, and have anything. We have not been given all of everything that we have by chance. Nothing in this world is by chance. It was all designed perfectly. All of it. Nothing was by accident. Take a moment to think about the last time you saw someone doing something that they really love to do. Did you think, oh, they're so lucky they get to do whatever they want to do? They're so lucky they get to make their own schedule. They're so lucky they get to live out their passion. They're so lucky they get to get paid for singing or dancing or whatever they do. And as quick as you thought about how lucky they were, did you dismiss the idea because you thought you couldn't do it? They could do what you couldn't. Is it something you want to do? If so, make up your mind to go and do it. Act as if it were impossible to fail. Seriously, I challenge you to do this. What if you believed that you couldn't fail? By simply becoming aware that you can choose your thoughts every single day, you will change your entire outlook on life. You have the power to choose an abundant life, no matter your circumstances, no matter what's going on in the world right now. That active choice will allow other positive people and opportunities and things to then be attracted into your life. That's how the law of attraction works. Don't wait to experience all of these things in the universe that they have in store for you. You get to start today by working on your attitude, becoming in alignment with your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Aligning them. Bob says it's like a cake mix, right? You don't tell somebody they have, oh, this is good flour, this is good icing, these are great eggs. You say they have great attitude. It's a mixture of all of those things. When you change your attitude, you are writing a ticket to change your life. Guaranteed. And when you think of things like even New Year's resolutions, the tradition of making a New Year's resolution reflects one of the very best qualities of human nature, which is the ability to reflect on and assess our lives in terms of the goals we set for ourselves and the principles we believe in. But you don't have to wait till January 1st or December 31st. You can start today. It's not too late to formulate a self-improvement plan to make our outer lives and inner selves better by adopting a more positive attitude, living up to our highest values and strengthening our relationships. Start with your attitude. The way that you think and feel about important things like your job, the people in your life, your bank account, where you live. Don't forget about how you feel about yourself. In the geometry of life, positive attitudes produce positive results. They make success more likely. Failures less harmful. Pleasures more frequent. Pain more bearable. Some people tend to bring just these warm sunshine wherever they go. Others bring you the chills, not in a good way. Really, what do you bring? What are you bringing to the table? To find out where you can improve, take an inventory of the attitude that you're most likely to start with. Are you optimistic or are you pessimistic? Do you tend to assume the best or expect the worst? Is your first instinct to be empathetic or judgmental? Is your first instinct to be supportive or critical? Do you send the message that you enjoy life and that you're barely enduring it, you're barely getting by? Do you come across as the captain of your own ship, or are you the passenger? Are you the main actor in your play, or are you the funny best friend? Which one? Wherever you are on the positive attitude spectrum, think how much better things could be if you were consistently and consciously optimistic, empathetic, supportive, grateful, enthusiastic, hopeful, cheerful. Think of what that would actually do to your life. And those are choices. You can say, oh, well, I have nothing to be cheerful about. It's because you're not looking. There's always, 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 always something to be grateful for. Always. And you want to shift, man? Gratitude. Every single time. You get to choose. This is why who you hang out with is a big deal. Because if you're hanging out with all the people that are in the negative spectrum, you are who you hang out with, man. I tell you. Stop. You need to get some new friends. You're like, but it's my family. What am I supposed to ditch them? Maybe. I definitely have people that I'm related to that I wouldn't choose. And I have people that I'm related to that are like my best friends, and I would totally choose them. You get to choose. But pay more attention to your moral compass, your beliefs about right and wrong. What are they? Where do you stand? Promise yourself to be just a little more clear about where you stand, being honest, keeping promises, standing strong. Commit to doing the right thing, even when it may cost more than you want to pay. Be more accountable, respectful, fair, compassionate. Treat your character as the most important asset. And make a decision to improve your relationships. Remember, people always remember how you made them feel. Help people feel better about themselves, not worse. That's not up to you. People are already making themselves feel like crap. That's not on you. Overcome every single impulse you have to criticize, to scold, to condemn. And instead look for every opportunity to praise and encourage and support. And above all, to be kind. You get to choose kindness. What would this look like? Could you imagine what our world would look like if everybody was aware of the impact that their attitude had on their lives? Could you imagine? Absolute game changer. Absolute game changer. I want to thank you guys. Remember, choose your thoughts, Be careful what you are internalizing, because this leads to your actions, which leads to your results every single time.